Howdy doody.
All right, here we go. Are we live? Are we finally live? That's where you have to ask that question. Is your mic working?
We should be working. Knock, knock, knock.
Am I getting any echo? Because I'm not wearing my headphones right now.
I'm not hearing an echo.
Perfect. I wanted to dispense with the headphones because it's so much easier. And they did actually they actually figured out how to eliminate the echo. So I'm figuring that I just live without that bad boy.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
All right. So as long as it sounds good on your end, you sound fine on my end, and we're not getting our voices countering each other. Hello. Yeah, we are live from San Antonio.
Yes. Who gave him coffee?
Yes. All right. There we go. So we are live from San Antonio, and you can see that I'm wearing my strike first, strike hard, don't be a okay shirt today because we are freaking flaming mad because of all of the discussion about the DJI not FPV system. Well, okay, it's an FPV system
being marketed as an FPV system. That's not an FPV system.
And that's just baloney. It's not FPV. And it's not. The longer we look at it, the more we understand.
It's a replacement for those god-awful goggles
right.
that DJI made for the Mavic Pro, Pro Platinum, Mavic Air, and the Phantom. And that are no longer working was the new Air 2, Mini 2, the Mini. Unless you do some trickery with some cables and power banks and stupid shit. But let's say hi to Eat More Possum and Dan Zilch.
Yeah, Dan, it's going to take a minute for everybody because it's tough to get our links confused. So it won't be long before it's easy. I did post on my community the link. So if you are looking for the link, there's Sunrise Water Media. All right, we're getting our group together.
Ready Set Drone is added too. I thought that was Oz by Drone that was doing something.
What's going on?
Oz by Drone is doing global fly-in again. I guess Ready Set Drone is in with that.
A global fly-in. What the heck is it?
Where people stream live off of their drones from around the world.
Oh, cool. I think that's actually that's a pretty cool idea, actually. Kind of unsafe, but pretty cool. But who am I to say? Who am I to tell you that? Nobody.
It's a dual stream now. That sounds like painful.
Sounds like fun, actually.
That sounds painful. If you stream two different directions, something definitely went wrong.
Well, I think it's
cool. Caught in the zipper.
Yeah, as long as you're concentrating, I actually think it's important that you actually are looking at something cool for one thing, because say you're in I don't know, crap. I can think of any place other than the United States that you would see some cool footage. But a cool like a Grecian ruin or something, or an aqueduct. I mean, in Europe, those things are everywhere. But here, last that I found out, there is no aqueducts in the United States. And if there is an aqueduct, it was made in California way back in the early 1920s or 30s. They made some of those, but we're not talking about above ground. But anyway, guys, don't get me started. EBR FPV, hey, we got the Dutch in the house, okay? And we've got an actual skull going on right now. This is how the Nordic folks, okay? And of course, this is out of if you can't read that, it says Das Horn. So, and if you guys don't know German, that means the horn.
Yeah, that was genuinely made in China.
No, it's this came from Europe.
You bought it in Europe.
Das Horn. there was a German commercial that I watched before I bought this. And it was, it was a total stereotypical German, almost like a if you know Rammstein, it was kind of like that, Das Horn, and then I'm like, I got to buy that. So I bought it, Das Horn. This one actually comes with a neck strap. So if you're with other Nordic folks, you can put it around your neck and you always have it ready to go. So if you're anytime you're horny,
since I'm from that part of the world, I've never seen anybody run around with something like that around there.
You've never seen Das Horn? He says he's from Europe. I don't believe that.
That's for dumb tourists.
Come on, this was on a commercial on YouTube.
Same guys that buy Heineken at the freaking airport. Okay.
I'm gonna find the Das Horn commercial for you, and you're gonna watch it. It's on YouTube. All right, I'll see if I can find it. Later. But this is Kai's running the show today, so I can't like turn him off or anything. He's got to basically guide us in the right direction. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, so any way he guides us, we'll be in the right spot. Let me see if I can find Das Horn. maybe it was just one. Oh, there it is, Das Horn. Oh my Lord, here we go. Oh, can we watch Das Horn, or we have to wait till the end of the show?
We can't watch Das Horn.
It does have it. Since it's a commercial, the music is not. We should not be here. Let me just get it loaded here. My slow computer is about the worst ever. Of course, I got to wait for a 12-second ad to show you another 12-second ad. All right, here you go.
Well, while you do that,
you get something loaded up.
I'll put some European footage on.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
That's my hometown.
Oh, nice. You actually sent me some drone footage from what location did you send me that?
It's the same outfit. They are they fly with drones all over the county.
Oh, so that is the county, the same county.
Yeah.
Look at that. You see that? That's a canal. It almost looks like Amsterdam, doesn't it?
It's a harbor.
Yeah, it's a harbor / yeah. Look, there's I can see some barges there. Now, what do they carry in those barges? Trash or something?
Those are for
coal barges.
No, they're doing maintenance out in the flats. They put in small fences to filter dirt out of the water.
And if you notice the architecture there, you'll recognize that the northern Europe or northern, especially Germany, the Netherlands, that whole area, you're going to see the same houses like connected to one another. Do they have the same sinking issues, or did the Germans make their houses better than the say Dutch did?
No, actually, funny you should mention that. My brother's mother-in-law, the next door neighbors, actually 2 houses down, they tore down one house, and then they pulled out some rock, or what they thought it was rock, that was close to the other building, and that turned out to be the foundation of the other house. So they ended up having to tear down the neighbor's house too. It started having big old cracks in the walls and stuff. So that's the coast right there.
Yeah, the one thing they didn't do much was foundations. Look at that. You can see the floodplains, right? Now, do they have to use dikes and things like that in that area as well?
That's what it is, a dike.
Oh, that is a dike. Oh, we're flying along it right there. I see. I couldn't see the contour. Yeah, cool. That's a canal. That's awesome. It's just
that's the harbor. I mean, that's the North Sea right there.
That's land reclamation at its best. Oh, look at that. That's just cool. Guys, the one thing I love about this part of the world is they care about what it looks like. So everything is clean. It's crispy clean. I love how well organized it is. That's probably because That's kind of my personality. I like that. That to me is like super like normal. That's the way all towns should be like. They should be normal, crispy, clean, organized. That's just pretty cool.
So I don't know. Can you see my mouse there?
Yeah. Do I see your mouse? Let's see. Do I see the mouse? Yeah, I do. I see it.
That has a wrought iron number on the front gable wall. It says 1656.
Oh yeah.
That's the year that house was built. And it's a pharmacy, and it's a pharmacy to this day. So if you walk into that place, they kept the original part of the pharmacy as original as they could over the hundreds of years. So you walk into that pharmacy, it's like a time warp.
I mean, I think Kai's already sold me on a trip, and the trip. I'm going to get the same. I'm going to get the same feeling, but I'm going to get different culture. Which is Northern German or the Nether. That's Dutch or that's
Friesian.
What's a town is Freedom?
No, it's Huzum. The town's name is Huzum, but
Huzon.
You really can see the number now right there.
Look at that. You got that pitched gable, and then you have I like the cottage style gable there. And you got the different. Now, did they do the same thing as the Dutch? Did they make those big, tall peaks of the houses so you could bring things in and out?
Yep.
That's what I was told, is that they actually had winch systems that
they had a winch at the top of the gable wall, and then
cool. Yeah,
there was a block up there, and they would just stop this nonsense.
1600. The only place in America that's got a date of 1600 is probably Spanish. There's also some French. The oldest town in the oldest American town that's still still is inhabited is St. Augustine, Florida. But the misconception of St. Augustine is that it was Spanish, and it wasn't. It was actually a French colony. And that's actually a major. If you've been watching, like if you like to watch the Oak Island Mystery and that kind of stuff, there's a show afterwards, and they actually talked about that the other day. There are wrecks off that coast, and they can't decide which one they can excavate, because the French have it's a French wreck, or at least that they think it's a French wreck, but the treasure hunters think it's Spanish, and of course the Spanish raided French property, so you don't know what it is. But anyways, there's supposed to be like billions of dollars of Aztec gold or something.
So now, if you look at this post, it has different plaques on here for different flood levels. If you read that bottom one, there's 1362.
Oh wow, 1362.
And that flood actually made my hometown a harbor town, because up until that flood, there was like 2 miles inland, 2 or 3 miles inland.
Carolyn Tyler, RC, it says, needs the winch as you are not getting much up the stairs. Yeah, if you've ever been to the stairways of some of those places, they don't waste space, because you only get so much space, so the stairways are narrow. And of course, getting furniture or produce, if you're selling stuff, I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I'll let Kai give the history.
So no, you're doing the horn now. So
this is Das Horn, by the way. So Skull, let's see if she runs. Let's see if she runs. She's got a.
The time is now, I need the new and latest fashion. Hydrated, satiated, getting pumping for it. Oh, it's hot, I love it a lot, I only need one.
I can picture you in that outfit too.
I know I'm up and I'm on face, I'm so very totally German.
How much German are they actually saying? That's why I bought it.
Is that your brother or something?
I make the best Hans-Fettuccine, nothing else quite like it. The sweet and sauerkraut.
Sweet and sauerkraut. Guys, every German stereotype is thrown into this.
Do we really have to endure more of
That's
this?
the end of it. Oh, come on, just a few more seconds.
Mushroom Oatmeal Stout, Kaffee und Kuchen, ja. Sind das gut oder cool?
Jägermeister.
All right, I'm about
Oh,
to get my Jaeger.
You got to admit that that's funny. That is the greatest marketing gimmick I've ever seen. It's got over 8 million views. 8 million. Oh my gosh.
8,150,000 people wondering what the hell did I just.
It's time for working. It's time for playing. While I snooze.
My
On my
snooze.
shoes. Socializing and fantasizing. Ooh.
All right, that's enough of that. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a drone freaking channel. Guys, am I a product of marketing? Holy crap. Guys, Ken Heron can have that one, boy. He doesn't have Das Horn. Oh, I'm way more funnier than he
I was only
is.
rolling my eyes. My stomach started rolling too.
Not bad. Isn't that terrible? They used about every stereotype. I mean, they're throwing like German chocolate cake and they're dumping freaking Jägermeister in there. Stout. That was gross. Okay, I'm done.
Well, let's go
I
look
can breathe now.
cool.
Das
How about we
Horn.
look at some cool? How about we're looking at this puppy?
Yeah, I'll turn Das Horn off there. Oh wow. Holy crap. Let's talk about some drone stuff. Guys,
That's
does anybody
Drone stuff. Captain
You got
Brown posted that earlier this afternoon.
you've got to know that
How
boy is
lucky,
pretty
how lucky can you be to have something like that showing up on your doorstep?
That's a dream of mine, by the way. That and somebody that's hot and nice curves would be nice too. But I would have to send her away. Unless she was my wife, of course.
You want to keep digging on that hole? So
No, I stopped digging after.
How much deeper you can dig?
Oh man, but that is cool. A hexacopter and under 200 for 50 grams. So I'm trying to think with the motors.
That battery's got to be like a 650 or something to stay under that weight.
Right. The motors have to be small. Do you think those are under 1400s?
No, I'm thinking those are 1404 motors.
1404s? Okay. I would actually want to fly that. If that, I might beat once Captain Drone flies it. I don't even care if he flies it. I want to fly that.
Well, it's a Flywoo. I mean, it's got the Flywoo logo in the middle of it right there.
I says, guess I have to get myself a Crossfire unit to test it out. Oh, it's Crossfire.
Well, I guess that's without the Crossfire receiver. But it shouldn't matter. I mean, it's got a Vista unit in it. He should be able to fly it on a Vista unit.
Yeah.
On a DJI controller.
Caroline Tyler. What the F? It was, I know, Das Horn, it's sexy. And I just thought that was actually the story of this cup that my son bought for me. He actually sent me the video and then he bought this for Christmas for me. So I thought that was one of the greatest Christmas presents I ever got, by the way. So if you want to impress like somebody as really simple as me, well, a drone would be nice, but if you can't get me a drone, you get me some silly cup like this. And
we're gonna have to invite Caroline Tyler onto the stream because she's got to exchange some secrets about the pan and tilt business.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Kai's big into that, and he's actually interested in putting some pan and tilt onto his wing
on that thing
on the Optera, yeah. So, a German roast. Eat more possum. Oh, definitely roasting myself. Remember back in the day when you could actually roast your own culture or other people's cultures and they didn't get mad at you? Let's see. I haven't seen a Hex FPV bird in a long time. I'm with you, and I've never seen a true I'm saying a more modern version. They've been making hexacopters for a long time with camera systems, but to have a hexacopter like that is very unique. It's somebody was thinking outside the box. That wasn't Dave C, was it? That can't be a Dave C creation. That's too complicated.
Do
you think? Does it have a Dave? Does it have a Dave C?
It's kind of has a signature on it.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe he's got. Maybe we're talking some innovation. This guy's bringing in some new ideas, and once again, we should basically raise our toast to Das Horn. Okay, that's Dave C right there. Anybody that drives a red BMW also has Das Horn. Okay, all right. So, but he's actually been coming up with some great ideas, and I hope he puts the frame specs online.
Now our world is straight again.
Are we straight?
Yeah, we were backward.
Oh, we're not on Das Horn anymore. All right,
we're just watching you chewing on beef sticks.
I got done with work today, and I had a massive freaking. I had just a treat. I had a treat.
I don't know what's worse, you being horny or eating beef sticks.
All I could think about was getting treats. I bought 4 beef sticks. I bought a box of like almonds, like flavored almonds. What else did I buy? I bought a bag of strawberry donuts. I'm just telling you, I like treats. Obviously.
Well, she also has the AR Wing Pro in the works.
Wow. I'm really impressed with the glider.
Hear about that thing, because I'm not too impressed with the AR Wing that I've got right now. That thing has a bouncy son of a gun.
Caroline, I'm actually really impressed with the glider wings. I really like the flight characteristics of the smooth flowing glider. I'm definitely a smooth flyer. Except when I actually fly FPV, but I really like that. I can appreciate the long flight times, and I've got an area that's really good for that. So but think of the cool cameras though. I like the idea of the pan and tilt.
Yeah, that's what I want to do is pan and tilt on the nose of that Aptera.
That cup you just can't put down. It's been a long week. It's been a good week, but it's a long week. It's the end of a term for me. So when the terms end, the workload goes just crazy. Yeah,
it's when all the students discover all of a sudden they forgot to turn in all these assignments.
Kai, yesterday, I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to be public about this. COVID is killing us, man. I had 65 kids with Fs. 65. And believe me, the red flags went up, and I've been battling all this week, and I'm going to battle all next week. And of course the messages have been going out, and I've been doing a lot of preaching about life. And 65, holy crap! But oh well.
A lot of parents asking you why you let them slip.
Well, I've been helping a lot. I mean, I think I've been pretty good. I've been pretty lucky. I've had a lot of good, really proactive parents. They do tend to put their kids, the onus on the kid, which is really good. I rarely have that. Every once in a while I will, but that is like usually a very special, situation. So, and I'm talking about the parents being special, but it's okay. It's okay, man. It goes with that. I'm good. It's weekend. It's Friday. Remember, guys, it's Friday. So let's think of fun things. Okay. Now, if you have a video today that you want us to show, bam, make sure you think about that. We forget about that, putting that up and making that mention early. So we're only 24 minutes into the stream, but if you have a video you want us to play or you want us to check out, you can actually email me the link during the show, and I will take on that just to make sure we're good.
I can email it either to you or me,
or Kai for sure. Yeah. Well, Kai's kind of he's running the sticks today, so that's all I'm saying. So if you want to, if I'm running the show, then you can email it to Kai. Kai is running the show. Remember, this show is live from San Antonio. And I actually have something special for you, Kai.
Uh-oh.
Something special. Let me see. Now I'm going to wait, but I'm going to wait on that. I got to.
Apparently, Caroline Tyler has something for you, too. A bone to pick.
What did I do? How can I? Did I say something bad?
About the Red Mountain isn't high enough to be a mountain.
Yeah, it is not a mountain. Yes, it is not a mountain. It is it is 800 feet. It's like 800 feet. And of course we are 2,200 feet above sea level. So what would be MSL? It would be 3,000 feet MSL, 800 feet AGL. Why I know that? I don't know. My brain is thinking about that these days.
You have a brain?
I know I got a brain. I'm looking for that where is that? Maybe he sent it to me here. I got to check my phone. I think he sent it to me. I thought he sent it to me that way. Anyway, I'll look for it. If I don't find it, then I don't. If I do, I'm going to be really happy because it's funny. I'm kind of in a good funny mood today, so anything I can find that
I'm kind of here to see what the hell you come up with next.
I just want to see
after the horn. I mean,
us horn, guys. That just came up. This is organic, meaning that it organically came to me today. Hey, I got that horn up there that I haven't drank out of in like 18 years. I think I'll take it. I didn't take the dust out of this. So I do have a foam horn.
Only have one horn. Does that make you a unicorn?
Well, you saw the infomercial. You see that you can put them out here.
Well, you don't have two of them. That's the problem. So you only get one. That makes you a unicorn.
Das Horn.
All we got to do now is color your hair pink.
Oh, we found it.
You have to have a little chat with your wife.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I got something special.
Oh, God.
I got to share something with you. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. In a second here, guys, we are going to now. Kai has been trying to create a new logo. Okay. So Kai's been thinking about how I want to do my new logo. Now you can see that he's got his logo up here. It's pretty nice, but Sunrise Water Media sent me an alternative logo. So here we go. This is Kai's. Let me see here. I can share my screen here. This is Kai Friedrichsen's alternative logo. Here we go.
Hey, you actually expect me to put it on now?
Yes, you have to. He has control. There we go. Here is. Oh, that is the greatest logo ever. He sent me that and he says, "Will you share this with Kai?" And I said, "You absolutely." This is his logo, Lone Star UAV. I love that. You got to get it. You got to have it
on the water tower.
I like how. I wished you would have made it bigger and like made it kind of like contorted, like it went, like when a cartoon character hits a wall, you get flattened and longer and wider. Like the arms of the UAB would be going around the water tower. Oh, so that was fun. Hey, guys, it's all in fun. Kai is the only one that he wasn't flying FPV. Guys, now that is something that a lot of people don't know. That flight was line of sight, and it's hard to line up. Well, I don't know if hard, but it's difficult to not line up a water tower. So, all right. We just thought that would be that we would take one opportunity to have a little bit of fun with Kai Friedrichsen. So there it is. Okay. You don't have to leave it up.
Okay. So now that you have the animated version, okay, here is the picture. Just before.
Oh, I didn't know he had that picture. That is so good. I like that one better. I like the actual close-up of the water tower, but I like the silhouette of the wing. That is really good.
You can actually make out the antennas on top of the
Hey,
wing too.
yeah, you can actually see that it's a DJI air unit in there that's not operational.
No, it's operational. That picture came off
Yeah,
this.
but you don't have your goggles on. You're just flying it, right?
No, I don't have the goggles on, but
Right. Because if you had goggles on it, Kai, I don't know if I can help you. Because literally that's a big giant yellow spot in your goggles and you just got to get away from it, but the shadow, yes, the shadow, it's fun. Guys, this is all in fun. And if you haven't crashed your UAV into a freaking object, believe me, Kai could probably think of a long story you could figure out with any one of my wrong way flights. I literally flew 90 degrees the wrong direction for almost half a mile till I found out I was flying the wrong direction. And that's pretty hard to beat. So, but Kai might have beat me with that freaking Lone Star UAV flight into the freaking side of that water tower. That's pretty good, especially if it made a sound like boom. Oh, there's the nose cone. So, if you're thinking about flying FPV, believe me, DJI is not going to let you do that.
it's
develop a drone,
not a matter of if you're going to crash. It's a matter of when you're going to crash.
If you're not crashing, you're not learning. It's kind of like life. That's why I like FPV. FPV is like life. If you're not making mistakes, you're not flying FPV. So, but with FPV, you're flying at a much lower altitude. You're flying usually in an area that's more confined. You're not running into playground equipment or knocking off small children, hitting animals, running into houses. Now, it's okay to run into your own house.
I'd have to do some digging, but I think I have a little video where I run into a swing set.
I've yet to put myself out there with the croc. So this week is supposed to be croc week. But those Shark Week, croc week.
Yeah, I think he's just worried about getting that croc dirty.
I gotta help my daughter move on Saturday, but I told you I was going to fly the croc this weekend. I'm not flying any FPV. So if you want me to fly the Xeno, which I know none of you guys care.
If you're talking about the walk of shame to retrieve the wing, that was a little bit difficult because I had to scale a 6-foot chain link fence to get over.
That Kai, you're missing. That's like golden. That's like a golden opportunity for amazing video footage. Watching a 7-foot guy scale a 6-foot chain link fence. I want to see that.
Oh, barbed wire on top too.
Because you got to do it. You can't not do it. You definitely are not going to you're not going to leave your quad in there. I wouldn't. I would never.
Carol is wondering about your fashion choices. She says I would never wear Crocs. And we're not talking about wearing Crocs. We're talking about flying Crocs.
Yeah, flying
We're not putting props on Crocs. He actually has the Mr. Croc.
Yeah, Mr. Croc 6-inch. The Mr. Croc.
What it feels like to have a 6-incher in his hand.
Yeah. The only time I'd ever held 6 inches is when the Croc showed up. All right. But so there's a lot of, obviously, if you looked at the thumbnail, we've got that unfermentionable thing that everybody keeps talking about. I don't know. Yeah, they're not that thing. This is something else. We'll talk about this one later. That's actually a drone by Seafly coming out. We'll look at that. It's actually quite interesting. I think it actually has got a legit. Now, if you looked at the price tag, that's in Vietnamese dollars. So
you're talking about this thing.
We're talking about that right there. And guys, as much as everybody wants to keep calling it an FPV drone, it is Kai and I have kind of already given it a name. It is a 5-inch Mavic Mini with 3-bladed props and goggles. that costs over $1,000. That's what it is. That's all I can say about it.
I'm thinking price point on this puppy is going to be around $1,500.
Guys, it has a GPS in it, and its GPS is going to control its flight characteristics. And if the GPS basically is going to assist in its flying, I would say that it's not an FPV quad, even though to fly it, you need to use those cute goggles. What really pisses me off is those goggles are different than the ones I own, and they're going to make us buy a new controller, new set of goggles, and probably we're thinking a 5-inch, maybe a sub 5-inch, just smaller quad now.
She's going to be flying on 6S, so she's going to have some power to her. But
all right, it's not it. You're going to get a lot faster speeds unless they throttle it down.
I mean,
You'll get 60 out of it.
what happens when a guy wants to ride a Harley and buys a scooter just to try out.
Right. And that's actually something that we talked about last night. That was the analogy. And it is. It's literally, it's not now, when you fly this thing,
Actually,
you're
it's
not going to get FPV experience. You're not going to get an FPV experience. You're not. No.
Man,
I don't care what anybody says.
We wouldn't call us. I guess I'll have to go more with Kent's analogy of somebody wants to ride a crotch rocket and buys a moped to start getting used to it.
Right. And everybody's beating up on it. And now I can imagine that the camera technology, we already talked about this. I'm not going to go over it again. If you were here last week, we talked about the optics on this thing. It looks like they have a 180 degree spherical lens on that camera with a 1-axis adjustment gimbal of 90 degrees. So
have you seen the release notification for December 15th?
No.
Apparently, DJI
broke.
There's a Chinese advertisement from DJI was a release date of December 15th, which is widely expected to be the DJI FPV release date.
December 15th.
Which would make sense because in Europe, they have new regulations taking hold on January 1st. And after that, they have to have some sort of label or sticker in them classifying the drone to their new classification system. And apparently those stickers are hard to come by at this point. So for them to release it before the new regulations kind of makes sense.
That's for you.
I think Caroline, aren't you in Britain?
Drop us a
There
video.
you go. Fox PV. There you go. Eat More Possum. You just created the name for this.
Faux PV. Oh man, it is. It really. You know what? Let's do that. I think we've been naming everything. I told you I named if you saw my Hubsan video, I named the Hubsan Zeno the Goonie Bird. Literally, it's a freaking Goonie Bird.
You named the drone? I thought it was you.
Do you like my favorite touch of the Goonie Bird video was on the right hand side. I should have had the Bluebird land on my shoulder. And I didn't. I should have had the Bluebird come in. I know a lot of you guys didn't get to that point of the video, but at the very end where I have all the birds come in and I got the freaking, Ken Heron freaking pigeon sitting there. I've got the Bluebird that flies in and lands on the fence post. I have a woodpecker that's pecking at it. Then I got my drone flying.
He should have just blown over the top of you and shit you on the head.
You know what? That would be funny slapstick to have it fly over. Oh, there's my, and then have somebody just squirt some white goop on my face. That would be gross. Actually, we would have to make sure it landed on the top of my head.
Trapper Jones in the house.
Hey, web. Hey, web.
Wrong buttons. His main channel got deleted.
Hey, it's Trapper John. My main channel. Why? Why'd your main channel get deleted? Or did you delete it?
Did you pull an X-Jet?
Huh. It would be hard to start over for damn sure. Yeah, it is good to see you. And there's, it's kind of, it's kind of sad to see people just kind of get, it is sad to see people getting disheartened instead of okay. I'm going to get on my soapbox really quick because I was on this let's read. The new EU laws came into force new year. Not that I will be taking any notice of them. Even the Mini 2 will need a classification label. All right.
But wait, before we went off, the classification labels, they have to be affixed for everything that comes out after the new regulations come into effect. But the ones that are coming out before the regulations come into effect are somewhat grandfathered, and they have a time frame to make them compliant or something. There's some weird going on.
His web local one that says he has alleged TOS violations in comments. I don't know. I go through my comments. It's important that you do. But excuse me, I know I'm eating in front of everybody. But you guys, there's nothing better than a beef stick with Das Horn. So one of the things I do is I look through. There's a lot of ads. You know what I'm saying? Ads. There's a lot of people, soliciting, and you just got to get rid of them. I block them, and especially the ones with like suggestive meanings, I get rid of. I don't want that. I don't need that crap. I label it as spam, and then I block it. But I also complain so they can get rid of that channel, because otherwise I know they just keep making them, but you have to keep destroying those. You have to keep complaining. Otherwise,
I have one of those already too.
Yeah, so you got to get rid of them. And they're looking for desperate old men that need girlfriends, basically.
This would explain why they're on your channel. Well, yes. The desperate old man.
I haven't fallen prey to it. Oh, it is the truth, by the way. Oh, I don't need a girlfriend. No, that's not the truth. Oh man, no, not even. Believe me, I am happy as a clam.
Yeah, to quote the toast, what was it?
Political wrong speech. Oh my God! Don't even get me there. I got to stop for just a second and hold my breath. I am the guardian between wrong speech and correct speech. And I literally do this every day working with kids. It burns me. It burns me. Now, as conservative as I might be, I respect both sides of all arguments, and I teach that. And one of the things that bugs me about any side of any arguments, and that's where I'm going to end my political speeches, is I talk to people, kids, young adults, and I teach them that you need to create your own version of what you think is right and wrong. There's no wrong or right speech. It's what you determine as what to be politically correct for you. And you don't have to agree with me, but what you need to do is understand my point of view. Like I understand your point of view. And there's not enough of that. And that's why we got this kind of censorship going on. And it's quite literally bull crap. And I feel bad, because you should feel like you can, project your point of view, but that's where I'm going to end it right there. So, hey, free range chicken, how you doing? I got off my soapbox, and like I said, I don't want this to be we've come here because it's Friday, and we want to enjoy our evening, and we want to start our evening off. And some of you guys from the UK have had your evening started already. I mean, you're well into your evening. So
They're well over the evening.
So-
They're in the morning now.
Yeah, they're in a Saturday morning. But anyway, that's kind of the way I want us to kind of leave that.
I
And like,
think Caroline summed it up just nicely right here.
yeah. And Caroline, he says people can say what they want, just don't expect me to agree. You don't. You know, you don't have to, and you shouldn't have to. There shouldn't be an expectation like that. So, all right. Okay, let's get back to windmills, drones, empty horns. Well, it's got a little bit in there. It's not quite empty. And Friday speak. All right, fun stuff. So here, I'm going to find another video for Kai. Maybe I'll wait till next week for that one. I'm going to wait for next week.
No, you exceeded your limit.
Kai, there's more where that came from, just so you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
It's just as funny. So, unless you think that's does everybody think this is an ethnic stereotype? I don't think so. I think it's a very practical way of drinking ale.
Well, no, you're not supposed to be drinking ale out of those things. It's for mead.
It's Pilsner. It's not ale anyway. It's not pale ale. I'm not a big India pale ale kind of person.
Mead. Mead is what they were drinking back in the day.
Mead?
Mead.
I had mead. Did you drink a lot of mead, or do you like mead?
No.
Okay. I had mead for the
There's
first
a
time.
reason why they're not drinking it anymore. I mean,
Yeah. It's wine, honey, isn't it? Wine and honey.
it's
And
somewhere between beer and wine was a lot of honey in it.
yeah, it's sweet. Yeah. And Germans like sweets. Guys, Germans love sweets. We like cake. We like cookies. I don't know about Kai, but
The German cookies are not near as sweet as they are here in the States.
I love cake. I love anything with sugar in it. And I don't like I said, I'm just saying my whole family's got Germanic background and we are absolutely massive sweet tooths. All of us, we eat pie. There's no health food in our lineage. I don't know. Maybe it's not a Germanic thing.
Our trapper John just says he saw a bunch of buzzards roosting on the water tower the other day. He's gonna make a cheese video.
Oh, nice. Do it. Let's see it. Bring it on. We want to see it.
I'll come up and I'll fly right into the side of the water tower, scare him off for you. How's that?
No, he's gonna bring his freaking Titan. He's gonna freaking do some buzzard chasing. That would be fun. So go between the struts.
Yeah, those are the old school water towers with 4 legs on them. Like I have in that wing simulator.
Has anybody ever taken a drone? Anybody flown their tiny whoop under a cow?
No, that's Eat More Possum.
Yeah. Did he fly under he flew by cows. He didn't fly under a cow, did he?
Not yet.
Eat More Possum. I know you're not going to hurt a cow, but if you do happen to fly under a cow with your, say, rocket, let us know. And we would love to see that. So I don't have any cows around here. Well, there are some cows, but we need some special cows like you have that are nice and close to your flying area. Next time I'm out there, I'll do it. Just, don't hurt you can't hurt the cow. You're not going to hurt the cow. Just don't, what I'm saying? If it happens to be one of those cows that still happens to be endowed and has its things, then, not a steer, then don't do that. I don't want to see that. That would be horrible. And we would have, PETA all over us and all kinds of other things. And of course, if it's a heifer, be careful, all right. Just there's plenty of space in between that side and the middle and the front. So, all right, that's all I'm saying. So make sure it's a clean
rocket. Some was prop guards on it.
Yeah, there you go. Rocket prop guards will work. There we go. It would still get Kai. It would still hurt. Even with prop guards. It's kind of like this. If Kai was flying an empty
hurt him
and he said,
him.
Kai, if you said Dad Random, will you stand there and I'll fly between your legs? I would be thinking about it.
Now, why would you be thinking about it?
I'm probably safe, right? Since
We'll put that theory to the test when I come visit you.
I only fly the 2-inch drones, so it doesn't matter. Well, it's up to 2.3 inches now. So, and the 6-incher, I'm still not very good with. So, actually, I think I'm pretty good with the 6. We're gonna get her. We're gonna get her flying this weekend. I'm flying her in the desert this weekend. So,
Woody Drones has a valid point here. You would have to CPL on him. The cow protection leak.
and that's the truth.
I thought it was
Hey, Woody, I like your logo.
Tasty Animals, or whatever PETA stands for.
I like Woody Drones' logo. Check it out. You missed it. You moved through it too fast. Go back to Woody.
Oh, hold on. We're looking at European regulations here for a second.
Okay. Remember, Kai's running the show. I cannot bully him into changing anything. So you have to pay for an operator ID, costs $9 a year.
Pound.
And all planes don't. We already do that. So
yeah, we're paying $5 for every 3 years. So
what's 9L? Is that lira? What is
pound.
that? That's pound?
Yeah. She's in Britain.
That's a lot of money. Pounds are expensive. That's like $15, isn't it? 9 pounds? That's the symbol for pounds, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry about that. I didn't know that. Pounds, elbows.
A pound is
So-
a pound.
What's a pound worth versus the dollar? Isn't it like $1.25 or $1.50? It's
Yeah.
more. I know that.
I don't know what the exchange rate is right now.
When the Brits will leave the European Union, they need to come this way.
They already adopted those regulations to their CAA, I guess is what they're called.
Yeah. I hope that if the Brits leave the European Union, I hope we get a trade relationship with them. That would be cool. That would be nice and tight. We'll add you to the North American trade, the new or reorganized one. So we can just trade stuff for free. And then we can send stuff to Europe, or at least to Britain, and we can trade drones and stuff without having a big freaking deal.
Does that mean we can't send you to Britain?
You could send me there. We could send all kinds of gear. And
I don't know. I think there might be something in the Constitution about that.
it says about $1.15. Ooh, that's lost some value. It's only $1.15. Wow, that's like the euro. I thought the pound was more than the euro, and the euro must have come down. Yeah, I don't have a. Let's see. I've got two queued up.
The cow stampede was a phantom.
I caught. Hey, there's some ranchers where I live here that use a phantom to actually herd their cattle. Here, we have like herds of Herefords around here, and there are some ranchers that actually take a Phantom 4s and they go out and then they move their herds around with them. It works. Cows don't know what a freaking flying thing is versus a motorcycle. Motorcycles are the other way they do it. Usually they use them both. They send the Phantom out to look for strays, and then they send the motorcycles out to make sure the herd stays kind of like in line. It's kind of cool. If you think about it, it's actually one of those things that, you know.
What happened to the original ATV? You know, the 1 horsepower.
See,
The
I've got
four-legged thing.
the one true horsepower. They do have horses too. These guys there's a lot of horses out here. These ranchers out here are old school ranchers. They have horses. They have they have four runners. They got everything, but yes, horses are their number one. Most of them have 3 or 4, and some of them board horses, because there's a lot of, you can imagine it's beautiful out here. There's tons of horseback riding here. So let's see. When I was younger, Woody drones, it was about $2 to the pound. Really, the pound had lost so much value. Wow.
Yeah, the pound was up there.
Yeah, it was. It's all okay. We still love you guys. The pound sterling is a better sounding denomination than the euro. Just imagine if we dropped the dollar and went to the Amero. That sounds bad. Don't call it an Amero. I like the George Washington dollar. But yeah, I do like the pound sterling. It sounds like it's got value. It's worth £1 sterling.
That's the excuse for it. When your wife asks, why do you have all those single dollar bills in your wallet?
I'm trying to lose weight. I've got several pounds sterling that I'm wearing on my belt because I need to have a weight belt when I go to the strip club. It'll make me thinner. Yes, I am older, but it says older than the gods. Dog, LOL. Hey, I think it's awesome. I really enjoy it, guys. Before YouTube, I never conversed with people outside of the United States ever, and I do it now every week. And then when I'm answering my YouTube stuff, I'm talking to people all over the place. The one person that's not here yet, guess who's been up in here? Our friend from Bulgaria. We haven't seen him.
Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia. Hopefully he pops in. He usually pops in a little late. In Bulgaria, it's definitely late, so he's probably chilling with his girlfriend right now and something like that.
$2 bills are too hard to come by. If they only let you in with $2 bills in those venues, yeah, that's not good.
They'll say, "How old are you? How do you know about $2 bills?" 1976. That's when the $2 bills were being distributed. I remember that. My stepfather actually, he likes to pay tips to waitresses just to bring up. Oh, there we go. There's his tip. There it is, right there. Now, what president is that? Okay, everybody, stop. Show the picture really quick without showing the name. What president? What president? Okay, turn it back. Okay, you can see the name. He's the only one that has 2 bills for his in 2 different denominations. Both of them have the same number, by the way. But yeah. All right. I'm going to say TJ, but don't jump around, Kai, because all you're thinking about is Tijuana right now.
Huh?
We're like, what? I'm not from California. Wouldn't it be what's the crossing point in the south for Texas? That would be
Laredo.
El Paso, Laredo,
Brownsville.
Yeah, those are the Brownsville's big. See, I've got the gold black $2 bill. I've got the gold black. Wow. Andrew Jackson. Yes, the man that killed the bank. Yes, he was pissed. He was pissed at Alexander Hamilton. They got so mad that Hamilton got in a fight with Aaron Burr? And found a bullet in his freaking body. But yes, Alexander Hamilton started the Bank of the United States. But Andrew Jackson, of course, was synonymous with a lot of other deeds. He definitely has a lot of bad press. It's hard to separate him from the Trail of Tears, the Native American basically movement. They moving all the Native Americans in the southeastern United States. So yeah, it's a very jaded past. But what country on this earth doesn't have a jaded history? Ah, come on. The British were pirates, for the love of. Oh, that's holy.
Well, the British, the French, and the Spanish.
Were there ever any American pilots? Pilots, yeah. Were there? Are there any American pilots out there? Are we all just pirates? Yes, I would think I'm Aaron Burr. By the way, I'm dropping Hamilton. That's a good joke, by the way. I really like that. I'm dropping Hamiltons just like I'm Aaron Burr. The fact that in Kentucky, anytime you take an oath, let's see, I missed that word. Out of
False.
What?
Whether you're not been in a duel or had anything to do with a duel or carrying news over as act.
Often involves whether or not you've okay. So you just put those words together. Often involves whether or not you've ever been in a duel or had anything to do with duel or carry news or dual act of the second in a duel. Oh, we screwed the world now. It's okay. Somebody's got to do it. Hey, the Europeans without us were screwing themselves, so we just got involved. Oh, man. It's so fun. Hey, we need to talk about another drone. It's time. We got to get away from international news and start talking about some. Can you go ahead and show the newest of the there we go. This is called the Faith 2. And I know faith seems like something like, I hope it flies, have faith, or have faith that it's not going to be too expensive, or have faith that it might show up at your doorstep and actually get sold to you after you give your money to these people. But it's got some really cool, I thought it had some really cool, here, let me see if I could I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to save the image and see if I can, but it basically boasts, let me just here, save it here. I just want to open it up in a larger size. So hold on here. So I just want to do that. That's what she said. Open it up in a larger size. Okay. All right. I just want to open it up I'm on here. Now we're going to have two open because I clicked it twice. There we go. Here, we bring it over. There we go. Come on. My computer's so slow, guys. I'm really close. I've got a deal going right now. I think the deal's coming down. Kai, did I tell you that the school, after I complain, is finally going to actually buy me personally a computer? That's the first time in 25 years of teaching that I will have a brand new computer, and I won't have to use all of my old used ones. So, but it's not going to be here. It'll be at school, but I'm going to take my old school computer and bring it here because that is my computer because I bought it. Anyway. You guys think teachers are spoiled? Holy crap, dude! I've bought all my computers for the last 20 years, and when I do get one, it's junk. So there you go. That's Utah, I guess. All right, here we go. This is a Faith 2. What does everybody think of that? 5G Wi-Fi. Who knows what that means? But it says 35 minutes.
It's not 5G Wi-Fi. It's running on the Wi-Fi 5.8 gigahertz band. That's what that means.
Okay, so it says 5 kilometers of control distance. So I'm guessing you'll probably get 1.5 miles, maybe. We'll see, because the Hubsan Zeno 2 Plus says 9 or 8 kilometers. And I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't take that sucker past 1.5 kilometers. There's no reason to anyway. Plus, it's illegal.
Well, if you have spotters.
Of course, you could put spotters. I could get Craig to help me out, and then we could fly at 2 or 3 miles. By the way, I did see Craig.
But
I'm going to tell you right now.
Camera is 4K.
4K camera.
For video, or is that for photos? A lot of these guys, as of late, claim 4K cameras, and they can take 4K photos, but the video feed is still 1080p.
I'm guessing it's 4K. I do think that this company, this is actually a 3-axis gimbal. And the other thing that's cool about this, look at that. Look at the technology steel right there, like that. Look at the tips of the props. Does that look familiar to anybody? Yes. Now, if they try to sell that, well, look, no, they're all the same though. Look, they're the same. So they're not copyright infringement. So they probably could get away with selling those in the United States. But this comes in multiple colors. It comes in, I think, orange, white, green, blue, and yellow. I think those are the colors.
Here's the kicker. There's a Chinese company, and Chinese companies are not too worried about copyright infringements. They just, they see a design, they'll just use it.
Right. But if they want to sell it in the United States, they could get in trouble.
I actually do, CAT design work, and I had a client that want to do some prototyping, and we're going to send it to China. Like, if you sent your stuff to get your prototypes made in China, I guarantee you in 2 weeks you will find your item on the shelf on like Wish.com or something, where somebody done stole your design.
Now, did you hear that, guys? Dave C., did you hear that? All right. It's not stealing if you offer it to Chinese people or Chinese manufacturers for free and you put it online. They will steal it. If you want to keep it safe, keep it in your own account, make people get a promo code or have them email you. I mean, that's not even saving it anyway. But you could control at least the amount of people that are going to have access to it. But he's a giving guy, and he's given us a hexacopter, I hope. So, but yeah, Faith 2. I think this is going to be around a $300 drone. It's going
there was a Faith 1, and the Faith 1 was a knockoff of the Mavic Air.
I think I like the design. I like the sleekness to it. I like those motors are probably 1404s, just like that's a very common motor for this. That's probably a 4-inch design. I can't imagine. It's usually they're 4 to 5 inches. They're in that range. It's kind of a sweet spot for FPV quads is a 4 to 5 inch. There's a reason for why like FPV pilots prefer a 5-inch drone. Because they just can rip. It's like the battery to size ratio and its lifting capacity are all kind of in sync. But this one, I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested in buying it. It's not breaking any records. It's not innovative, but it gives us another opportunity to buy a drone of this type. And maybe it does have something
it's a low budget entry into the hobby.
Yeah, but it's a low budget entry that might be half decent. The problem is finding one. So,
well, the release date on that isn't for another tomorrow.
Carolyn, Tyler, I would not touch a C-Fly product. I don't blame you. I just for the first time purchased a Hubsan product. I have never owned a Hubsan drone in my life. It is definitely toy grade plastic, but it actually performs much like the old Mavic 1. Is a lot of Mavic 1 characteristics. But the problem is this. It's not a Mavic 1. It doesn't have sensors because this is 3 years ago. And its camera is definitely more robust. But the camera quality is okay. It's 4K 60, but it's just okay. And I could go and buy an old Mavic Pro, and I would have, if I had never flown that level of drone before, I would feel like I would be in drone heaven if I would go buy a 3-year-old Mavic Pro, almost 4 years old. So I'd go buy a Mavic Air first, actually, in some cases. The problem is flight time. Hey, Kai, thinking about flight time, did you see that Tattoo is developed a more efficient battery for FPV? They're claiming this.
No, we'll have to get some and evaluate.
No kidding. They claim that there's a second generation battery on its way that is going to give us more flight time without changing our quad. Think about that one. I just leave my quad system the way it is with my Mr. Croc or my GEP RC rocket, and I just add a higher tech battery to it with better chemistry. Hey, Kai, I want to tell you something. Hold on. I got some news. News flash.
Well, did you fart?
Nope. I know something that you guys don't know.
Oh, so how's that?
My cousin's a scientist.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need
He's got scientist friends too.
now?
He's an engineer for Boston Scientific. He's not an engineer. He's actually a fellow scientist there. All right. He's super smart, guys. We're talking like well and above and beyond.
He's related to you?
Yes, exactly. Okay, this is what he brought up yesterday in a Facebook tweet. Okay, this is what he said.
Okay, hold on. Let's say goodbye to Caroline. She's got to go.
Caroline, you can't go. I'm giving you some breaking news. I'm like the not CNN. See ya, Caroline. I understand. You just check it out. Okay, yeah, this information is actually pretty cool information. Kai. They have taken the graphene battery. This is actually something I read last night on my regular. He was making fun of it because scientists just laugh about this stuff. They think it's a joke. But for me, who flies a drone, I'm like, holy shit. You guys did what? Okay, they took a graphene battery and they added bat shit to it. Bat shit to the chemistry of the graphene lipo cell, and it holds more energy. I shit you not. That is not fake. I will show you the freaking.
So in other words, they took a lithium polymer battery and made it batshit crazy.
And they made it batshit crazy. I kid you not. That is real science. They do this. That's what scientists do. They just like, all right, let's just add batshit to this. And then they noticed that its electrolytic properties became more efficient. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? Guys, you heard it for the first time here. Batshit in the batteries. But they're graphene. We already know that graphene already have
a COVID batshit too.
Kai, I responded to his article. And I said, does that mean that, we're going to have better, not only are we going to have less voltage sag, we're going to have better voltage like production. And I'm still waiting for my answer. But these guys here, I'm going to actually look it up right now because my cousin, he's a freaking genius, guys. He is so smart. And really, okay, it's one thing to be an engineer. It's another thing to be a fellow. He's literally a fellow scientist. That means that what he does at Boston Scientific is literally the new crap that's come, the new shit that's coming out. Oh, I got to stop. But guys, I'm not making this up. You can't make this.
Isn't that discovered penicillin by accident? Some wrong bread or something got into a sample.
You can't make this shit up. Oh, guys, I'm looking it up. Guys, right now I'm looking it up. He hasn't responded to it yet. He's probably wondering if he should. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. Oh, I gotta find this. Guys, if I don't find it this week, I'll show you his posts. Here, let me look it up here. Oh my gosh, there he is. Hold on here. Let's see if I can find his post here. He's a genius. He's into biosciences, so he's more interested in like plants and things like that. But interesting. Here it is right here. It's ACS Nano. It says somebody is fishing for it. I'm reading it now. Somebody is fishing for an IG Nobel Prize. This is somebody that's trying to win the Nobel Prize. In summary, we demonstrated that bird dropping treated graphenes indeed make graphenes more electrolytic than non-doped graphene. Okay. So
That's bird shit, not bat shit.
My cousin replied, "Woohoo!" 'Cause that's what scientists do because they're nuts. Okay, but he didn't listen. He didn't answer me. Let's see. So this is what we like to see. I am so excited. This is what scientists say. They're crazy scientists. Oh, he didn't answer he probably thinks I'm a dummy. He's like, should I really answer this response from my cousin? Oh my Lord. Hopefully he sees it.
He's related to you. He probably knows how to carefully word things around you.
Yeah, I put it there. Let me just. He always answers though. He almost always answers. That's the thing. And I thought this was fun. And the way he worded it. Here we go. No, let's see if he laughed. I commented. It says, "So my drone will fly further. With less voltage drop? Hope that English version of that's the English version of what you're saying." And let's see what he did. If he thumbed up. He is, because his scientist friends actually will answer. A lady. Everybody that answers this are all geniuses. My mother is also a scientist. Pamela Faulkner. She laughed out loud. She put a smiley face with a huge laugh. Okay, because for a scientist, that's a really it's a really short-sighted way of looking at what they're doing scientifically. Of course, it's going to make a drone fly longer, but more importantly, it might make a Tesla, drive 100 miles further. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that.
Apparently, Caroline knows something we don't know. IG Noble, it's the award for rubbish science.
It's a word for rubbish science. Well, that's kind of what it is. They're basically taking rubbish, but we'll see. I think. Anyway, hopefully we got an interesting conversation that we can continue. So, but all these guys are scientists, laughing. Somebody's going, oh, and then another one's going like thumbs up. And this guy, we're talking this guy. I mean, look what's behind his picture. He's got like all kinds of scientific equipment,
Yeah.
That's
really a credit to have a picture on Facebook with a scientific equipment behind you. That's smart.
Oh my Lord. Let's see.
I hate to break it to you, even though you have the AC/DC poster hand behind you, you're not Brian Johnson.
Here's another person that responded to that statement.
There you go.
All right. I just posted a bunch of people that probably don't want their likeness used. Well, duh, if you're on Facebook, I don't care. All right, but yeah, guys, you can't take what I say as any kind of science. And Carolyn's probably right. IG Noble probably this is one of those things that where let's see, this is ACS Nano, not IG Noble. ACS Nano, not IG Noble. So it says, will any crap be put into graphene increase the electrolytic effect? So anyway, let's see. ACS publications. Lu Wang. Oh my Lord, this could be Chinese technology, right? Doping of graphene with plethora of elements. So they're doping graphene. Has been reported as enhancing its electrolytic performance. It has become almost a paradigm of the once fantastic graphene for electrocatalysis. It's not. it's electrocatalysis. It is not so fantastic anymore, and that we need to add something to it. So that what they're trying to do is enhance it because they know it's good and they're trying to make it better. So they're looking at doping it by adding other substances. So somebody thought of bat shit. So anyway, I got to stop saying shit.
Well, how about we get back some drone shit?
I think we should. Let's do that.
Let's look. See, I come across this little beauty here about 2 days ago.
Look at that. That is nice.
That is a new radio jumper T-Light at 16 channel Hall sensor gimbals, 4-in-1 multi-protocol module chip in it. So you can fly the old Free Sky
That's a good looking controller.
16 was this thing.
No,
And look at the price. $75. Now this
Guys,
is a pre-order, but Radio Master, I was talking about last week. I was talking about the Radio Master TX12 coming out, and that's sitting in the market at about $70. Now the Radio Master does not have Hall sensor gimbals. It's the potentiometer gimbals on it, and it only has the single chip in it, and it's $69. So here's some real competition.
BMAC Aerial Visuals, Lone Star UAV. He just gave you a big shout out, BMAC. And then Woody Drone said, "Is Banggood safe though?" You trust Banggood?
I've ordered from Banggood.
Yeah,
I've ordered from Banggood. I mean, yeah, shipping can take a while.
Yeah,
when I ship on, mostly when I shop Banggood, I try to find stuff they have here in the U.S., which there's two other little fine stuff I got this week.
They do have a U.S. They have a U.S.
Mini AR wing is on sale for $50.
Oh wow, that's a good deal. That is really good.
The plug and play, so it'll have the servos, the motor, and the ESC already built in. Now you got to come up with your own FPV system and flight controller.
What you have to? What type of flight controller would you have to use with that? Now I have. There's flight controllers that I know of that are barometer based ones. Do you have to put one that has a barometer in it, like a?
Well, you don't necessarily have to put a flight controller in it. If you put a receiver in it that has EWM hookups where you just plug the servo straight into the receiver.
You can have automated flight.
Yeah, you won't have any automated flight. And then you can buy, there's cheap little, like Zod makes a co-pilot kit that has a little thing with a satellite, with a GPS. It costs like $40, $45.
Woody Drone says Banggood has a totally different meaning in the UK. It has a very cool meaning in the United States as well, because it means that you're really good. Banging. That is the typical Chinese company name.
So this little puppy right here, Zod Co-Pilot Light.
Oh wow, nice.
That has a flight controller.
Oh, really nice.
It's not a flight controller. It's a gyro.
So we've got
you have a gyro.
A wing for $50
into it.
We've got a controller, and we've got a flight controller.
Well, this is a gyro. So there's a difference between a gyro and a flight controller. Flight controller can do more than a gyro.
Right. A gyro is going to keep you level.
Yeah, the gyro will just stabilize you.
Right, stabilize and that's the big thing with the wing. You want to control it, but you want it to help. You want a gyro to help you stabilize it, because it's a wing. It's a flying wing. It doesn't have the tail surface. It doesn't have, it's got basically ailerons.
Yep. That's all it is. Two ailerons on the throttle.
And if you fly fixed wing planes, you know that you have, you can have flaps, you can have ailerons, you can have elevators and a tail rudder. That's a lot of different, control surfaces. And a wing doesn't have that. So it requires flight assistance. So it doesn't. I mean, people can fly them, but you want to keep it as stable as possible.
But yeah, I mean, for $40, yeah, this one actually has a satellite and a GPS unit with it, and it does support a return to home function. Now it won't land, but it'll get back to you to where you can land it. So
Kai is working on me. He's been working on me now for almost a year. He is a fixed wing nut, and that's just something that he loves. He loves the idea of fixed wing flight, and he does love drones. I'm the opposite. I love drones first, and I am very intrigued with fixed wing. So it's kind of like he's feng and I'm shui, you know, or yin and yang, and I'm really interested in some.
I refuse to be the yin to your yang. Okay.
What's the yang part? Yeah,
I'm drawing the line right here, right now.
just don't yin my yang, man. Yeah, don't expect me to be yang if you're yinging and you feel like yinging on you go ying yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
So the bigger brother of the AR wing, the AR wing 900, it's on sale too for $65. So.
Wow, $65. That's a good deal.
So if you got to have the co-pilot go with, I mean, you're looking at $100 for a flyable wing.
Then you need a special prop. You know, you want a good motor for that.
Well, they come with props, but you can use
the fold-away prop. You want the fold-away props, though, don't you?
Actually, not on the AR wing. 5-inch is not going to hit the ground when that thing is sitting on the ground.
Okay, that's good to know. I've seen them. I've seen these. You know, just like the Parrot not the Parrot Anafi, the Parrot Disco. It has a fold-away prop, but you don't need that. That's because the wings must. Those
folding props are kind of hard to come by. There's some manufacturing or some custom 3D printing involved to make them work good for wings.
You got now. Woody Drones says I may take a risk with buying an Emax Freestyle 2. Can you tell him a little bit about that? The issues that are coming up with the Emax Freestyle 2?
I would not be the master of the Emax Freestyle. Sunrise Water Media would be, and he's got a bunch of problems with his right now.
Right, and that's not Kai's experience. It's somebody that's reaching out to him. So
it's Sunrise Water Media. He's has a Freestyle 2. I hope Emax is sending them a new flight controller.
Right.
/ board / everything, because from the looks of things, he fried the BEC battery elimination circuit on his flight controller, and now that thing is going all sorts of wonky. And now everything is put on one board. You have the flight controller, you have the ESC, you have the BEC, you have everything on one board. So one section goes bad, the whole board is toast.
Yeah, Dan Zelch just said he was leaving. I've been derelict in my duty. I should be basically saying goodbye to people that have popped in. We've had a really good group today. So make sure that if you have not, given Kai a thumbs up, we would really, really appreciate it. We've been working together on this stream. He is just as much, if not more, responsible for it than me. He's the one that actually brought this whole idea up and said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing a live stream together?" And I never thought of it that way because I've always been kind of mono. I've always been on my own, and it's been a really good experience. So if you appreciate it, we'd appreciate. Of course, we're trying to get Kai to 1,000. We got to get him to. We want to get him to monetization, and but on the but we want to also produce really good quality ideas, so we get a good group coming in.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm stuck on 69, which I mean,
that's not bad.
Normally I'd say that's not a bad thing, but yeah, the 70's been eluding me for some reason.
Right. So please, if you have not sub, we're working on it. It takes time. The first 100 is hard. I'll just tell you, it took me forever to get to 1,000, but it wasn't forever. It was about 2 years. And that's not forever. It's just, it usually goes like this. usually get your 100, then you're working on your 500, and then you push for 1,000. And that's kind of the way it works. And there's plenty of people out there. There's plenty of people in the drone community, the FPV community. Sometimes you just forget. But if I have not subscribed to you, please let me know. You're welcome to basically say, hey, would you mind checking out my channel or subscribing? Guys, when you get up to almost 5,000 subscribers, you start to lose track of things. So please, if I don't, and I have not subscribed to your channel, just let me know. And I will. I usually, if you want me to, I usually want to check out your work. So just wanted to let everybody know that.
Yeah, well, how about everybody just support everybody? I mean, we all got our channel name here in the chat.
Actually, absolutely. So
take a look at each other's channels. BMAC, he's at 500 right now, 500 and something. Yeah.
Right. It just takes time. The big thing is putting up material. I just hit my 400 video threshold. I've put up over 400 videos. I never thought I would ever put up 400 freaking videos. I remember when I put up like 2. So 400. Think about how much time I've taken out of my life to put videos on YouTube. But it's kind of fun. So if you're interested in going back in my archives, like going really far back, there's some really interesting. You can see a learning curve for sure. So anyway, we're getting to that 5:30. Is there anything we missed today? I'm trying to think of what we missed to do. We got the faith. We hit the not FPV drone. Any more FPV news? Because quite honestly, at this point, I've flown my Mini, I've flown my Hubsan. I wanted to try a Xeno out, but I really miss flying my rocket. I really miss flying my FPV with my FPV goggles on. It's a totally different experience. So if you have not tried FPV, you've got to do it. Just give it a try, and then give it a week or a couple of weeks, and you will get it. You will slowly start to get it. And that's the biggest thing, is a lot of people are afraid of it, but it gives you the absolute feeling of freedom of flight. And just watch a bunch of videos, get a what? I think, Kai, do you think a simulator really helps?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I flew a bunch of simulator at first. I don't go near it now. But
I'll still fly both. I mean, I've got a wing sit.
What simulator do you use again?
Simulator.
What's your simulator, Kai?
I've got Wings simulator. I've got Liftoff. I got DRL, and I've got Curry Kittens simulator.
Hey, Michael Wright, how you doing? Oh, Curry Kittens is the one you showed me. That's a free one, isn't it?
That's a free one, and I can recommend that thing. He now added even a race car into the mix.
Yeah, it's guys. Okay, this is why I like Curry Kittens. It sounds just like it. It sounds weird. Okay, now I didn't put up the actual here. I can look up here. Let me look up Curry Kittens and get the real one. I'll give you the actual URL. It's Curry Kitten Company UK. Is that it? Is that the right one?
No,
no, that's a different one. That's not it. That's a different one.
He's Curry Kitten channel on
GitHub.
YouTube.
Oh, it's on GitHub. Yeah, it's on GitHub. Because I remember, right? It was a free download on GitHub. Yep, that's it. Curry Kitten FPV simulator. Right here it is. I got the link. Here, I'm gonna put it up right now so you guys have a copy of it. But this is real. Okay, this is why I like that one. I showed you this one. Are you showing it to us? Are you live?
Yeah, not yet, but we're about to go there.
All right. Okay, I put up the link for it. The reason why I like Curry Kitten FPV Sim is it's got all the basics of what you need to be able to fly around. It's got high things, it's got things to fly through, it's got elevation changes, it has water, it has a lot of different things. Look at this. Check this out. Go ahead and we'll let Kai simulate it for you. So if you've never ever used,
I don't have anything hooked up right now, and
okay,
really, go on. I don't have a controller handy right now.
yeah. Do you see down below there? You have the gates. You've got objects. You've got trees that you can slalom through. That's what you want. You're trying to teach yourself how to do those basic things. Doing dives down cliffs, becoming inverted, but it's a really small environment. You don't need the like golf courses. You don't need to have, Bardwell's backyard, which is fun, with Liftoff. I use Liftoff too. But this one's simpler. I think it's easier on your computer. So if you have a computer with not a lot of like gumption, I think this might be the way to go.
He also has an airplane in that simulator, and now he added a car into the simulator.
Yeah, it's just really good, and it's free.
Haul around in a car, you can haul around in an airplane, and you can haul around in a quadcopter.
Yeah, and like I said, did I say it was free? It's free.
Yeah, you get it free on GitHub, or he's got it on Steam, and it's like $3 or something like that. It's really, really cheap.
Let's see.
And yes, I'll be doing that at Michael. Yes, I'm actually doing that get together in New Braunfels next Saturday, the 19th.
Yeah, go ahead. You can make that. Why don't you make that announcement again? So Michael Wright is, go ahead and put his comment up. There we go.
So yeah, it's out in Canyon Lake. It's next Saturday at 9 a.m. It's at the Hidden Valley Sports Complex right near Canyon Dam.
We have one more thing, Kai, that we forgot to do.
Yeah. Well, I can shoot over into that right now because
I've got mine up, by the way.
Yeah, I saw it.
I just remembered that, guys. We are definitely studying our. We are 107 aficionados at this point. We are doing tons of work at it, and we are bouncing ideas off of each other. So what we wanted to do today is we wanted to show you the areas that we fly in all the time. These are our favorite areas to fly.
These are our home areas.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah. So we use something called SkyVector. SkyVector is free to anybody that flies anything. And SkyVector gives you the real information you need to fly safely in places. So go ahead. Do you want to show yours? What you want? Yeah. Why don't you show?
We'll start with yours.
Oh, you want? Okay. There's my hold on. My wife is calling. You might want to start with yours. Hold on. Hello? It's that time, guys.
Dinner time.
Dinner? Okay. Jeez, that was quick. Okay, this is where I live in SkyVector. This is all. If you look at this location, you'll see the dashed magenta lines. That means we're in Class D airspace. Class D is like very, is one of the, you do need to get some you
just need to stay out of there.
Yeah, authorization. Yeah. So, but I don't fly here. I don't fly anywhere near here. This is the outer extent of Class D airspace, and we have an airport that services Phoenix, Denver, Las Vegas, and I think they fly to Okay. Anyway, you guys are flying. Right. Okay. So, anyways, it's a pretty small airport, not a lot of traffic, and you can see these extensions out here. And these extensions, even those extensions, don't go into the areas that I fly. My flight areas are right here, in this area, right in here. There's a highway, so I fly like right. If I do fly in an urban area, it's right at this very edge of this Class D airspace. But this is where I fly most of the time. When I go out and do any of my flying, it's right here. This is the area that I fly all the time, right here, this area. And then if you go back,
You would fly to Beaver.
guys,
Beaver,
this is to Beaver. Yes.
Beaver Dam Mountains Wilderness area, right there.
Well, where's Beaver Dam? Yeah, actually Beaver, Utah is way up here, and we used to go through there. We used to go. Yes, we're going through the Fillmore Beaver area.
Yeah, no, go
Fillmore is a big
south, go southwest, right there,
Southwest. Oh, down here. Oh yeah, the Beaver Dam wash.
just above their state
Yeah,
line.
Beaver, yeah. Now Beaver, this is actually the edge of Arizona. So right down here, they sell lottery tickets down there. Look at this. Now the only thing that's really cool about my area is this over here. You see this over here? SMA, Special Military Activity. Okay, this is Nellis, MOA. This is where they fly and drop bombs all the time, guys. They bomb the living crap out of this area, and when they bomb it, I can feel it. I literally can feel the concussions of bombs when they drop them here, over here. That's how active a military area is. But
So
this is
getting bombed gets a whole new meaning over here.
Yeah. So almost 99.9% of what I fly over. Here's Gunlock Reservoir right over here. This is where I do my waterfall videos right here. All of that is general aviation. It's open. There's zero stuff in my area. Now this wilderness area, they don't let me fly in that. Dang it. Kai gives me crap because he thinks I'm flying. So this is actually a park as well. But you see this right here, this little tiny thing. There's actually a space. If I can go, I don't know if I can make it bigger. I can't. But there's actually a little area that's city rec area, so you can blow that up. And what I do is I blow up that area. But look at it, it's all class G. Everything is class G. Everything. I live in an absolute fantasy land of flying without any obstructions. It is the greatest place to own wings, drones, anything remote control in the entire world. So, all right. Now, in contrast, Kai,
Hold on.
your area. Here we go. This is where Kai flies or has to fly.
Mine is this little slice of heaven.
Holy freaking controlled airspace, Batman. Look at that.
This is when you live in a town with 3 Air Force bases.
Yes. Look at the activity.
We have 3 Air Force bases. We have International Airport, and we have the Camp Bullis training area up here.
So it's magenta. So it's class C.
It's just UAS operations prohibited surface to fly.
Right. Yeah. And you see all these, these are all controlled airspace areas. Those are class D, I believe, these out here. D, like their entry to D. So your airspace drops from 1,200 feet down to 700 feet, but it doesn't affect most drone operation. You still have to but here, right? You have to get permission. These are all MOAs.
Yeah. No,
Oh, this is blue here.
We got this thing right here.
Yeah.
This is some sort of special UAS operating area. They've got some sort of advisory to airmen out there. Notice the airmen.
So that's actually an area you can fly.
Yeah. Well, some of it is. I mean, you have Class D airspace here, Class Delta airspace from the New Braunfels Airport, but somebody covered all of New Braunfels with notice to airmen.
Cool. And that's kind of the new thing I think that's happening.
But if you
I actually
look
brought that
around the outside here, zoom it out a little bit, Randolph Air Force Base, military operating area,
Right there.
more Randolph. Then to the south is Kingsville. Laughlin comes from the other side. Laughlin's El Paso. So yeah, it's quite.
Anything with MOA in front of it means that's a military operations area.
You really want to.
Can you fly in a military operations area?
Yeah.
Right. When can you fly in it?
As soon as you know it's clear.
Yeah, when they're not operating. And that's the whole thing. It's just you have to understand and start to learn when they're operating, find out, and when they're not operating.
So this is the coast where I go to, and I've got a little bitty window right there where I can actually fly.
Yep, right in there.
Because this right here is National Seashore. That's National Park. So we're out there. You've got Corpus Christi Naval Air Station here. That's where the Coast Guard flies in and out of.
This area, it says Albert area concentrated student jet training. Can you fly in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends. You have to find out when they're
operating.
When they're operational. Yeah.
Well, look at
how busy the airspace is. It's amazing.
And I'm within this little nugget right here. That's for Randolph Air Force Base, and I'm literally just 3 miles from that airport.
Now, the distance between this line and this line is supposedly 20 nautical miles. That's a lot of space. Look at this. That is an area that, can you explain one of the things you told me about when it comes to this area right here? Now, there's more than one. I had actually noticed that down below there was more of those areas. Those are areas set aside for what? I'm
not following you.
Remember you're saying that there were UAV areas that are being temporarily set up?
No, these blue circles right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just an area where they've put out a notice to airmen. Apparently, they're flying within 6.4 nautical miles off a set of coordinates in New Braunfels.
Right.
They're operating daily from 12:01 a.m. till 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, so stay
on it. Operating there till the 1st of January next year.
Right. That's like a TFR, what do they call them? TFR, temporary.
TFR, it's a NOTAM.
A NOTAM, yes. So it's set up temporarily to prevent people from, or just a notice to airmen, hey,
that's just a notice to airmen that somebody's operating a drone in that area.
Right. Yeah. And that actually set up for, so you can use it.
There's another one up here in Austin.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So the idea that drones can't fly in congested areas is bullcrap. There's actually attempts at making it possible. People are opening up TFRs, temporary flight restriction areas that are not temporary, NOTAMs, excuse me. So they're making areas where it's flyable, and you can do that. You request it, and it's kind of cool. So. Says you can fly in some NOTAMs. Yeah, it just depends on what the NOTAM is, and if there's just other drones there.
All depends on what the NOTAM is.
Right, exactly. And that's
the TFR.
Right. And that's kind of interesting. And that's actually something that's really cool to know. And I think that, if you're going to fly drones, you're going to have to start knowing that stuff. And it's fun. I think to me, we already talked about it last.
So the area that would be flying in on Saturday is next Saturday, not tomorrow, next Saturday, the 19th.
Where are you flying?
It'll be right up here, just north of that.
Of that NOTAM?
That NOTAM.
Just up in
Canyon Lake.
Canyon Lake?
Right here is a Canyon Lake Dam.
Right.
Right here. Be right in that area.
It's a Michael Wright said NOTAMs can be TFRs, but not necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on what they've been earmarked for. So it's, I know it sounds like it's really like too much for us to handle, but it's really not. I think if you're flying low and safe and you're just flying like, yeah, I'm not going to be the drone police. I'm just showing you, Kai and I are just showing you what we're
give you a little something to think about whether or not you should get your 107 certification.
So, and I don't know.
It's not going to hurt you none. I mean, if you take the class, you don't even have to take the test. Just take the class. Just learn.
Just learn it.
It's the same. It's the same regulations, even if you're a hobbyist.
Right.
So learn the rules.
We're actually more restricted than the hobbyist. The hobbyist can fly at night, and we can't. So it's just that kind of stuff.
Well,
So,
you can fly, even as a commercial, was a license, you can still fly as a hobbyist.
Right.
I mean,
Right. We could, right. We could go out as, go ahead. We can go out as a hobbyist and go, okay, we're just going to go out and just reconnoiter. We're not going to put video up on YouTube, and we're just hanging out. And we want to look at, say, the Christmas lights, and then we'll put a strobe on our quad, and there you go. Boom. We're up. We're still doing the same crap we've always done. So, all right, Kai, I've got to go have dinner.
Oh yeah.
This has been a good stream. This was a great stream. I actually learned a lot this stream. So,
well, I think we're all learned a little something.
Yeah, and I think it's important.
About your taste in music.
And of course, you learned a lot about Das Horn. Do you want me to put the link up for Das Horn? Maybe next week. All right. When we're going to learn about Das Boot.
Das Boot? Das Boot?
No, not Das Boot. Das Boot.
You mean der Stiefel?
No, das Legenflipper. Das Footenflipper. I'm making up stuff. I'm making up German words right now. Das Footenflipper.
See, Sunrise just summed it up for you. If he can't pass it, anybody can.
Yes. It's not, guys. It's not made to be hard. It's made to just make you aware. The passing rate is 70%. It's 70%. There's plenty of questions that are easily
that anyone can.
Right. So, all right. Let's just leave it there. We'll leave it right there.
Leave it at that. All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up, stopping by. Michael,
see you, Michael.
You next Sunrise. Saturday, the 19th, 9:30, Hidden Valley Sports Complex. It's kind of as you drive in, it's kind of off to the back. So, anybody needs directions, get a hold of me, email me, LoneStarUAV@gmail.com. If you want to send videos, like eat more possum when you go fly under the cow, I expect you to email me.
I'm going to put Das Horn on one of my drones.
Yeah, there you go. The unicorn.
This is Kai when he was a Viking right here.
No, hold on.
Was he horns up? Was he horns up?
Put it back on your forehead.
Hey, ladies.
Like that. So good. I'll get a screenshot of that later.
Oh man. Anyway.
No, I'm going to get a screenshot and then I'm going to have some fun with it.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Here, I got to get it going right there.
Yeah, there you go. We'll get a screenshot of that and we'll take care of the rest.
All right. Okay, I got to go eat, guys. I got barbecue sitting downstairs, and I've been eating meat since I got home. I had 4 beef sticks, The last thing I need is barbecue. No, the first thing I'm thinking about now is barbecued ribs, barbecue chicken, coleslaw, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
guys, we'll see you. Have a great
Your
weekend.
fascination with beef sticks is somewhat concerning, but on that note, good night, everybody. See y'all later. Thanks for coming by. Bye.
Bye bye.